Hey everybody, Miss Maritello here. So this video I'm going to talk about scalar multiplication. So scalar multiplication is not super difficult. The main idea of it is that you're going to multiply everything that's inside of the matrix by like the number that's outside, which we call the scalar. So then if I'm given an example that looks like this one, I have the 3 outside. That's the number that we would refer to as the scalar, and we're multiplying it by the matrix. So then when I go to do that, I need to multiply the 3 by everything that's in the matrix. So like 3 times -1, 3 times 6, 3 times 4, and 3 times 5. So then I would end up 3 times -1 gives me -3, 3 times 4 gives me 12, 3 times 6 gives me 18, and 3 times 5 gives me 15. So it shouldn't be too difficult as long as you know the process. They can get a little bit more difficult if you're combining the scalar multiplication with something else. So like for this example, I'm going to do 2 times the first matrix, and then I need to subtract another matrix. So kind of like we do with order of operations, like we want to make sure we're doing the scalar multiplication first. So the very first thing I want to do is multiply 2 by all of the numbers or all the elements in the first matrix. So just doing that, 2 times 6 gives me 12, 2 times 18 gives me 36. 2 times 4 gives me 8, 2 times 9 gives me 18. So then I have that new matrix, and then I like to bring down the minus the other one. So then after I've gone through the multiplication, then I can do my subtraction. So then I'm gonna be able to subtract like numbers that are in the same positions or corresponding positions. So like I'll do 12 minus 3 to get 9, 36 minus 4 to get 32, 8 minus a -2. So, and remember 8 minus a -2 is like 8 plus 2, so that gives me 10. And then 8 minus 5 will give me 13. So hopefully that's helpful for those. Just another way that we can make it a little bit more difficult is the scalar could be maybe like a fraction instead of being a whole number. So then for this one, I have the scalar, and then after I go through that part, after I do the multiplication, I will have to add. So just doing the scalar multiplication, so half of 6 is 3, half of 18 is 9, half of 4 is 2, and half of 9 is 4.5. And it is fine to have decimals in your matrix. So I have that matrix, and then I'll need to add it with the other one. I like bringing it down just to make sure that I don't forget to do something. And then I'm going to add the numbers in corresponding positions. And keep in mind, again, we're able to do that addition, and then the last one we were allowed to do the subtraction because we were seeing that the two matrices were the same dimensions. So here then I'm going to be adding together the 3 and 3 to get 6. 9 and 4 gives me 13, 2 and -2 gives me 0, and then 4.5 and 5 will give me 9.5. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching.